No, I'm begging you. And more Ali ready for people you can say stop it. So guys, help us understand what's going on with Mo Ali. He got a bag, and whose bag it is. We just want to make sure that we are right. Is this Mo Ali, by the way? Somebody said the bag is Fendi, right? But welcome to Spoon Talk. Mo Ali holding a a bag on himself. Look. People that buying the place. Who bag Mo Ali holding?
Following you.
Who bag Mo Ali is holding?
Live from Buchanan, Grand Bassa County, you are watching BCTV, Television for All.
Hello, I'm Eva K. Ban. You are watching BCTV. BCTV, Television for All.
Coming up, new appointment on a Jose Yimabwaka government. The second batch is coming up. That which is circulating, they are saying it is not confirmed. It is not true. So we'll wait for the second batch. The first batch came out on Tuesday. Names include Gregory Coleman of Liberia National Police, Sam Gate of EPA, Burma Kamara of Finance. Who else? Dr. Richardson. There were 5 names. Sylvester Grisby, Minister of State, and one more person. Dama, who else? Samuel Kofi Woods, National Security. Yes.
Sir.
So we expect to have additional names coming up. Today, we'll be giving you those names. That will be confirmed, and that will be signed, that will be approved, and that will be sent up from the President Jose Yimabwaka office. But our question remains the same today. We are asking you, the former Secretary General of the Unity Party, he's carrying a bag. I don't know if the bag belonged to Mo Ali or the bag he was just helping someone. We want you to just let us know your thoughts. All right, we're going to take a few calls from Liberia very quick on this, and we're going to run away because a lot of important news to give you. Can you open the line, Diamond Slanger? They're one of the best in the country. Not the best, but one of the best.
But somebody was asking how did he feel interviewing Linda Greenfield? Did he want to talk about that as well?
No, after the Mo Ali bag, this is a situation we're in
I
right
do
now.
try to get it to change it.
If you want me to teach you, I can. This is the situation we're in. Hello? Hello? Yeah?
Yeah, this is Abba and I call from Brussels, Belgium.
Abba, what's up?
I'm fine. I think the bag that Mo Ali is holding, I think maybe Mo is symbolizing that he's going to become gender minister.
You're crazy.
You laugh at yourself.
You laugh at yourself. All right, so we got 1 or 2 more minutes to go with this backstory. Our friend and brother Mo Ali, he's my dear friend, and he knew that I was going to put this picture up. So, Damo, can you open the line? But Damo, why you not opening the line? Are you calling out for Mo Ali?
Hey, you take your calls right now.
Hello, your name and where you calling from?
Hello?
Yep.
Yeah, the bag that Mo Ali having, President Selly trying to move forward, so that's President Selly's bag.
Thank you. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah?
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Go ahead, talk to us, please.
Hey, that's Fina Bonus or either Claire we are there, he's holding.
So Bono left the bag with him?
Yeah, Fina Bono left the bag with him. And Claire we or either Claire we are they left the bag with him, he can get the change.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Yes? Whose bag it is?
This is Susanna Henry calling from.
Yeah?
He said that he moves from the lobby is in like you. I'm pretty sure that's okay.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe she makes sense because Mo Ali's sister went to Liberia. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Damo, where you running going? Damo trying to avoid the backstory. So, wherever you find yourself, we just want to say that indeed, we're going to take down this picture. We're going to call Mo Ali to clarify who bag he was holding today. We see a lot of stuff. Damo, I know you're escaping this story. Listen, I ain't Liberia, I don't care. Now you worry about this thing, not me. I ain't Liberia, I don't care. So, all I want to say is that, leave Mo small. Listen, nobody get between Mo and myself. We're about to have a great show. Now, let me take this call. Damo refused to take your call in Liberia. Let me announce it to you. He refused to take your call. Hello?
Hello, Mr. Senator, how you doing?
I'm all right, man.
I'm George. I'm calling you from Las Vegas.
Yeah, what's up?
The issue about this bag is symbolized that Mo Ali is gender-based somebody, so he want to serve everybody. So being a woman or man is for everybody.
Thank you.
So that's all the bag is about.
Thank you. All right. Well, are we good yet? Are we there yet, Mr. Damo Slanger? Are we there?
That's the title of a movie I really enjoyed watching. Are we there yet?
That old movie. Hello?
Yeah.
Your name and where you calling from?
My name is Jerry Dobie. I'm calling from Springfield, Mass.
Go ahead, talk to us, Cherry.
Our man, Mo, that bear you carry is a Liberian people bear. That bear is a symbol that we have rescued the entire country. That's the symbol of the bear.
You got you. Bye, man. Rescue. Hey, man, we go up there and rescue the entire country. You must talk about. But listen, guys, after we have the fun, and this is what makes us so unique, we joke with everybody, nothing serious. The bag belongs to Yombly Kanga Lawrence. Mo Ali was helping Yombly, the pro temp, to carry her bag. Okay? He just got caught in the camera and we have to make some show out of it. Again, salute to Mo Ali. I mean, you are a gender person. Yes. You he for she for he. So that's good. It was good that you carried the pro temp bag. Just salute to you. Now we move on to open the program officially. Dr. Richardson, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm just here, you guys. Temporarily, we're filling in for Dwalu since Dwalu is away. Sometimes when you're not coming in, I will just pop up to make sure everything gets started. But now that you're here, I'll be taking my exit shortly.
No, please don't. Not yet. We got Dwalu picture that came in, but I'm not putting that up. Yeah. But Dr. Richardson, though, let us go into the program. Tomorrow, I know the senators and the lawmakers will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thursday. Like I said, a very, very wonderful, beautiful, happy birthday to my beautiful wife, Madam Witherspoon, my everything. She's my everything. Happy birthday to her. Today she celebrates her birthday, January 24th. I want to say happy birthday to her. I'd also like to say, let's get into this conversation. The first guest for tonight would be Martin Colley. Martin Colley raised on the issue that we brought up on the show. He posted on Facebook. And I spoke to Martin this morning, but this is what he said on Facebook. He's going to come and discuss the issue. He's going to come and talk about his post, Dr. Richardson. This is how we want to save the Ministry of Foreign Affairs like we saved LBDI. If you follow the story about with LBDI, you understand what Martin did. The credentials of Madam Sarah Beslow Yanti are bogus and fake. She doesn't even have a first degree. We are in this government to protect public interest and help President Joseph Yima Waka. Martin posted this. It's on his Facebook page, and he's holding Diamond. He's saying what he posted. He's standing by it. I had a long conversation with Martin today. And I said, Martin, Martin always called me big brother, very respectful. And I said, but let me say this to you, Martin. I mean, what's your proof? I asked him, I said, what's your proof? And I said, you just cannot throw something out there and you let everybody run like a raw meat, red meat to the lions or tiger. Then Martin began to explain. He said, Stanton, I'm going to come on the show. And I'm going to give you from 1 to 10. Bullet point as to why I posted what I posted. And I said, oh, wow. He said, I don't want you to talk for me. I'm going to come and talk for myself. I've been doing this for too long. So I said, okay. Come and be our guest. So that's the first major conversation we're going to be having today. But something Martin said, which of course I want everybody to listen to. He said it's not Sarah Beslow Yanti, Ambassador Sarah Beslow Yanti alone. He said he's going to come and talk about other individuals that he believed he has searched behind them. So what you see on Facebook is just maybe a little bit of what he's about to discuss today. So it would be very interesting for you to share this program, for you to invite your friend, and let's see whether Martin Colley is doing that which is right, or whether you think you can believe his story. He said he will be here. He will talk about this issue, and this issue is very concerning. And we hope President Joseph Yimabwaka, Sylvester Grisby, the rest of the folks around the president, and those that can talk to the president, we hope they are listening. They are hearing this information. And Foreign Affairs, Dr. Richardson, the chair on Foreign Affairs is Abraham Darius DeLong. Abraham Darius DeLong. He's listening. And this is a big one. So let's invite everybody. Well, let's say thank you for joining us. Let me hear from you, Dr. Richardson. The other folks say they are running a little bit late. It's raining here and there. But let me hear from you before Martin come on.
So I'm looking forward to hearing what Martin has to say. I will be watching later on tonight, obviously after class. But, and this is not about Sarah Yanti, and I'm glad that he mentioned that. But it's important as we formulate the new dawn in our country, we should be able to stop doing things that we used to do. Like, for example, put people in positions because we know them or because, they're related to us. So I think it's fair for everyone to be vetted. If, like I said yesterday, she's going through the process that the president deemed it necessary to for her document, then she goes through the process and let the process begin. So that's definitely how I feel about this. So I want to see what Martin has. Maybe he has other documents for the world to see. And I think his group, they're on the right path of deciding if they're going to make this general now, if it's going to be selective, because that's some of the fear, some of the criticism is they do selective vetting. They're not vetting everyone. So if he comes here and says that he's vetting everyone, and it's not about just one person. I believe that is a good thing for our country. And I wanted to add one more too. A part of being educated is integrity and honesty. I mean, you'll find that in most of our syllabus around here. If you go to, a good school, or if you go to a good program, education, honesty, and integrity, they go hand in hand. If you just have a degree and there's a missing piece with, your humility, your integrity, and honesty is whack, then you don't have a degree. Then that's kind of what I wanted to say.
Let me bring in Dama. Dama, your take. This story about training, state training is very huge right now. It's having some a little sticky point when you talk about moving the appointment forward. We understand the name Sarah Best Loyanti. You work for United Nations. She's one of those that had a favor when you talk about the government. She came to join the alliance some way somehow. The rest of it is history. But what are you hearing? Where are you since you've been? I mean, you were signing the president compound. What's going on? What are you hearing, Damo?
So the name Sarah Beslo Yanti has got international, clout to it. As you said, she served at, if not the mid highest level in the United Nations organization. She was at the president's residence on yesterday, about late evening. She was there. And since this news came out, I've been following social media trends as well. There's been a barrage of attacks on Martin Colley by people who are believers of Madam Sarah Beslo Yanti. And so we're looking to see whether that particular information from Martin Colley was the reason the announcement or the publishing of a second list was halted, because then I started seeing former Foreign Affairs Minister to I got Honorable Augustine Gafuan frequenting the president's residence. He was there yesterday. He was there again on today. So whether or not there will be a shift in that, if evidence is provided that, look, this is not what you want to do. We criticize the previous regime of doing this, putting forth people who are not qualified, and you don't want to do this and be embarrassed and all of that. We'll see where it goes. But this has indeed struck a chord with Liberians, and I'm sure it has also struck a chord with the president and his advisors, and they will be telling him to, look, let's do a background check. Because I saw Madam Sarah Beslo Yanti there yesterday with this kind of office file, whether or not she went to present that to the president and his advisors, but she had a file, in her hand when she entered the president's office. It could be something else, but this is a serious talking point in the country.
I want to hold you there, okay, folks. Dr. Richardson will be in and out because she's on campus, she's at work, she's in her office. Let me hold you there. How important this is. You're right. I received the information that Madam Sarah Beslo Yanti, she had an appointment with, not with the president, but with the Minister of State, Sylvester Grisby. Okay, and she went into that long meeting. It can be either or. It doesn't matter right now. But we want to understand that, Dama, here we are talking about a post. If it is true, it's because of Martin Colley that this post, put a halt to this Sarah Beslo appointment or the appointment. I want you to say, how powerful is that, though? Why don't change? Why don't change?
Well, Madam Yanti posted on Facebook that once she's appointed or nominated or called upon to serve the Liberian people, she will provide her credentials to the Senate. So she has already taken a position in this entire thing, and that once she's called upon, she will provide her credentials, directly or indirectly saying that she holds legitimate credentials and she does not need to, say what it is or go back and forth with a debate. She will present those credentials to the requisite authorities. But again, you ask, how serious is this? This is serious because this is a government that came in on one of the mantras of transparency and integrity and wanting to correct what was done wrongly by the previous administration. So if you had the likes of Martin Colley, his CACC, if I got the name right, coming out and digging out behind appointees or nominees of President Weah, and many of those, if not all of them, were turned out to be true, then it raises a serious alarm. It's also a good thing that you have somebody from within the ruling establishment still checkmating, what the president is doing or he intends doing to make sure that the integrity of this administration is always upright. But again, it's about a story of two tales. Which is going to be the
Well,
one
let
that
me
will
let me ask you a question, Damo.
they
Why are
believe
we
that
here?
is going to happen.
I'm going to ask you this question. Why are we here? Where are the vetting team members?
Seeing that delegation today, Senator Moy, Senator Binding, the vice president, meetings in and out, Senator Tyler, it tells you that this vetting is a serious thing. And if they did put down Madam Beslo Yanti's name as foreign affairs minister, probably they're rechecking that and making sure that they don't want to start up with a red mark as to what is happening.
We expecting some names. Some names should be coming up. Some appointments should be coming up today. Are we going to go down that path as to we need to go through the vetting process? Are we going down that path as to they are 100% qualified, legit, everything's across and I's are dotted? You think that's what is shifting to right now?
Yeah, so see you again. This is a government that the American ambassador to the United Nations and President Biden's envoy did say yesterday that they have confidence in this administration. And to uphold and maintain that confidence, they're watching whatever it is that is done by this administration. It starts with appointments. The reflection of the government comes from the individuals that are being appointed to positions, irrespective of how big or how small they are. So if you want to come up with this, and there is something like, let's assume there's a contention raised, it is best on your part to make sure that that contention is resolved and you have all of the facts before you go ahead and announce a name that you want to do a U-turn on. So it's serious and it's going to be, taken into consideration, if not already taken into consideration.
Listen, you are saying that which is right. We are getting the fee of mountain coming in. I want to say to every one of you, please, it is important that you go ahead and share this program. We're going to question Martin. The rest of the guys will be joining us. Some are leaving work. As you know, Dr. Richards is at work. She was in the office. Some of our team members, the Stephen Johnson, the Dwalu, Fadika, El Ramin Gray, Fatima, they are all in Liberia, 5 of them. Prince Maxwell, Abula Mame, how you call Glendy, and the rest of them will be joining us also, as if Toba and that of Jerome Gibson. They all will be joining us tonight. I'm seeing Mame in the back. I'm going to bring Mame in while we wait for Mountain. But this is big, Mame trying to take me off my spin without Bota, so therefore I have to be ready. Dama, the man is knocking me off my dress code, But no, Dama, you see, the man cannot change me. I'll wear my sweater. That's me. But Mame, welcome to the show. Welcome. Good to see you, my brother.
Yeah, good to be here. I mean, I can make Diamond too. I know what happened to Diamond in a few days.
Yeah, Diamond like Gucci man on his neck. He opened the second tab button of his shirt and he put a blazer on and he's super.
There you go.
A little money in the GMP.
That new government. That new government. Hey. That new government.
The first thing is she was handed down to me by my grandma. So
we're not asking you to explain.
Grandma been from anything.
So you finish saying it and you want make it low.
Oh, we say that new government will know how it will be. But Mame, you met us. We waiting for Mountain. He was on. He trying to connect. You met us where we are. This Mountain Colley Credential Investigation 1. The next one we'll talk about Reverend Luther Tappe. Reverend Luther Tappe, chairman of Unity Party, Front Page Africa reported that the misappropriation of 365,000 United States dollars that should have been given to the 73 electoral district, 5,000 each. Some individuals are reporting they didn't receive the money. Other district coordinators are reporting they received 2,005. Others are reporting they received 3,000, but nobody can tell us whether they received 5,000. From our sources, we questioned some of them. They said the Reverend order, as per the Reverend directive, gave every district 4,000. And before the 4,000 reached out to the coordinator, we were reduced to 3,000, 2005, 2008. I reached out to Reverend Luther Tappen, chairman of Unity Party. He said, Stanton, these are allegations, and I will come on the show. Unity Party have put out a statement. We'll read the statement shortly. Can you please find the demo and upload it? We'll read the statement shortly, but we will be talking to Reverend Luther Tappen thereafter that he can defend his character on these allegations. So where are you with the Martin Cody story while Martin getting ready to come in?
I mean, I think we should wait for Martin, but from general view, I would just like to say how I appreciate the progress we're making as a country bit by bit, even though at a very slow pace, but at least progress today in the country. We're talking about evaluating the credential of public officials. We're talking about scrutinizing their credentials and ensuring that they are not fake. Those are things that we never had the opportunity to talk about in our country. People who just fly from America, Europe, and other places, go to Liberia and say, I got master's degree, I got PhD, I've worked in this other entity, I work in this place, and based on that, we give them power and authority. And I mean, they just made decisions that did not help the country. So today, that we can be talking about that is a progress that we want to celebrate. We'll go into the specifics regarding those who involve, those who we have concerns about their credential. We'll go into the details regarding that. For Reverend Tappe, yeah, it will be good to hear from him. A lot of allegations around payment of money. It was good to be able to hear from him and listen to those who are making the allegations so the public can be the judge. This is Spoon. That's the reason why it's Spoon. It's a platform for everybody to come and say what they want to say and let the public be the judge. You say your own, I say my own, and the public, be the judge. While we talking about that, yesterday, unfortunately, I didn't come on the show. I really admired the show yesterday. I was trying to pick in, but I couldn't pick in. I was tired down to work. But I want to send a message to
I thought you were here yesterday.
I mean, I came very late.
Exactly.
Yeah, very late. Wilson Tappe, the Professor Wilson Tappe were on. I want to send a message to Professor Wilson Tappe. That message did not go through yesterday. Professor Tappe, you are not the executive director of the EPA. There's a difference between the executive director of the EPA and the interim executive director of the EPA. You are the interim executive director.
Can I interrupt you because we got Martin? Can we bring him on? And I know you addressed Professor Wilson Tappe. Can you please keep that?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, because there we go. Let's welcome Martin. Martin Colley, how you doing? Can you adjust the camera a little bit?
Is it
Good.
okay?
Yes, good. There you go. How are you today?
How are you, CEO? And how are you, mommy? I'm good. And you?
We're super old.
That's nice. It's always good to be here.
Your comrade speaking to you.
Yeah, Justice.
Comrade Justice.
Yeah,
thanks for the hard work. I've been following the analytical presentation, and thanks to the CEO and team as well for everything. It is good to be here tonight to reveal some interesting facts.
Yeah, so Martin, you are welcome. The CEO will set the ball rolling, but prior to that, I was having just a brief comment on Wilson Tappe. We'll do a note to the office of the president. If he decides to use that, I will be fine. If President Wakai decides to maintain Professor Wilson Tappe, he can appoint him. That is not in my purview. It's not in anybody's purview to decide who works in the government. But we just wanted to set the record straight. The tenure position at the EPA is for the executive director. It's not for an interim executive director. Professor Tappe is not the executive director. It's an interim executive director. There's a difference in the law. The executive director is not appointed the way Wilson Tape got appointed. There's a whole procedure. So because that procedure is difficult, requires time, the law says the president can have the authority to bypass that law and appoint an interim executive director. The benefits, the rights of the executive director is not enjoyed by the interim executive director because he did not go through that appointment process. It was because of that reason the president had the authority to remove Nathaniel Blama. Because Nathaniel Blama was appointed by the president, he did not go through the process to be an executive director. He was an interim executive director. It is that same process they used to appoint Wilson Tape. He did not go through the formal process to be executive director. He's an interim executive director and has no tenure.
Thank you very much, Mame. We missed you yesterday. I believe this question was asked. And if you followed the show yesterday, you go back and watch it. Wilson Tape actually called me today. He's willing to come back, to further explain. So then we will set a good day that Wilson Tape can come back and we'll discuss further. Well, thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have Martin K. and Cuddy on. We appreciate your time, Martin. Thank you for joining us again. You've been here before, you're not a stranger. The rest of the team will meet us in the conversation. I want to jump right into it because we do not have enough time. If you can share our program, we appreciate you. Join us on Spoon 107.5 FM. If you're asking what the radio station's frequency numbers are, we're going to give it to you. Spoon 107.5 FM. We also want to say thank you for joining us on Spoon TV Live. The Spoon Talk Live is on YouTube as well. Fabric TV, Super TV. You can find Spoon Talk, Fabric FM 101.1. And you're also going to find us on Super FM 95.7 with all the other relays. We say thank you for sharing the program. Call your friends. Let's have a great conversation. Martin, welcome to Spoon Talk. You raised an alarm, Martin. This was your initial post. Martin K. and Cuddy. This is how we want to save the Ministry of Foreign Affairs like we save LBDI. The credentials of Madam Sarah Beslow Yanti are bogus and fake. She doesn't even have a first degree. We are in this government to protect public interests and help President Joseph Yeman Bouaka. Mountain, talk to folks listening to you tonight. Why this post?
I thank you, CEO. The question is very important. But before I can dig deeper into responding to such an important question, permit me to congratulate the new president and the new vice president, along with other elected officials of our government. I want to congratulate His Excellency President Joseph Yeman Bouaka and Vice President Jeremiah Pankun. You see, CEO, it is important for us to appreciate our people across Liberia as well, because they did make history. When our people assembled across the length and breadth of this country to make a determination, not only for all of us, but for future generations, they did so with a conviction that a new government will usher them into prosperity, equality, justice, most importantly, public property. And on public property, you have academic integrity. We have campaigned over the years. Comrade Justice Abula Mame is right in studio. He has been one of the forceful campaigners to clean the system. So all we have been doing, CEO, is to gatekeep. Our system is flooded with fake degrees and academic frusters. after 176 years, CEO, is this the path we want to continue on? The answer is no. The new president has promised that it won't be business as usual. As part of that promise, or as part of that pledge to the people of Liberia, weeding out academic fraudster is of national emergency. This is why we have embarked on this journey. So let me come to your question. Now, everyone knows Madam Beslo Yanti. She's popular across the international art. She's worked for the United Nations 22 years, even though she was compelled to retire early as a result of unfavorable circumstances, which I don't want to delve into. But when Madam Beslo Yanti was tipped to be appointed as a public official, specifically as the Minister of Foreign Affairs, we were hinted. We didn't go out looking for her credentials. I want to make that very clear, because I listened to the program yesterday. Eugene Fagon and others levied false claims and allegations, which are unobtained by fake news. We did not go out. Mame is in studio. We usually consult, discuss, coordinate before we can even make a claim. We dig deeper. We carry out thorough empirical investigation. We do academic surgery at every level. So before we could come out with our claim against Madam Beslo, we had all our fights to prove our claims. I just released a 5-page funding. That's our initial findings. It dealt with a lot of the issues, with links, with pieces of legitimate documents from relevant authorities in the United States of America. Those are supporting fights to justify.
You just released it on Madam Beslo Yanti?
Yeah, it's on my page right now.
You forward it to me if you have it. We got to share the importance of it, please.
Mama, can you send it to the CEO, please?
Please, go ahead.
I also tag Mama in it. Okay. Yeah, so CEO, this is not only about Madam Beslo Yanti. You are a witness. We have been on this journey for almost 4 years. This is not our first time to expose a government official. We have done it many times because we love our country. We love our people. It has to stop. Academic fraud has to end. If we must make progress, CEO, if we must guarantee public productivity in public service, then we must begin to recruit competent, qualified people who have a track record of impeccable service to the nation. It is unfortunate that past regimes did rarely anything to solve this emerging contradiction, which has become cancerous not only to the progress of our country, but to economic growth and development. So we had to alarm on the bogus and fraudulent credentials of Madam Sarah Beslo Yanti. And all of the fights are there. As we go along, we will produce our pieces of evidence, which are ironclad. They cannot be disputed and challenged because the facts are verifiable for everyone to see. We are not hiding anything. We have not hidden anything before. We've exposed more than 150 people in our country, CEO. The records are there. The facts are there. And we are challenging them to take us to court. We'll also prove in court that they are academic fraudsters. They are fake credentialists. They are cheating other Liberians who have worked so hard over the years to earn a legitimate credential. This has to stop, CEO. As part of that post I did, I also make reference to one of the greatest presidents in Africa, peace be to his arches, John Popi Makufuli. So I drew a simple allusion, and here's the allusion. John Poppy Magufuli came to power 2015, right around there. Right. The first thing he did, CEO, was to conduct a nationwide credential audit, because the issue of academic fraud does not only undermine public productivity, but it also contributes to inequality. I gave you an example. Mame has a legit credential, right? We only have one job in the room. Samora Wolokoli has a fake credential. Mame has to compete with Samora Wolokoli, who has a fake credential for this one job we have in the room, even though Samora Wolokoli does not have the intellectual and academic capacity to produce any result because he has a fake degree. We have deprived Mame. We have deprived the country. We have deprived the people of the country. And this is why we have been very definite. We do support President Joseph Yuman Boakai and Vice President Jeremiah Kpankun. They have our full support. That's why we stood up during the election and said, Mr. Weah is an existential threat to this country. He has to go. We put our effort and energy together. The people stood up and we led the country out of chaos and crisis. The reason why our people gave us such a mandate, not because we are the best, not because we are better, but because they have seen hope through us. And it is this hope that we must keep inspiring. To inspire this hope, we must do the right things. To inspire this hope, it cannot be business as usual. I promised to support President Joseph Boakai with all my might, but I did not promise to support the wrong things. I promised to protect public interests. So whenever we have a government official whose credentials are questionable, then it becomes an obligatory mandate endowed upon us by the power of the people to take a stand. And what we are doing is not against Madam Beslow's interest. It is in her interest, because the country's interest suffices, transcends. So all we are telling Madam Beslow, look, yeah, our fights, right? You claim to have all these credentials for online school number 1 to online school number 4, right? But you cannot defend them. So since you cannot defend them, we have doubts. Because we have doubts, we had to investigate. And when we investigated, these are our findings. Madam Beslow's credentials are questionable. They are bogus, and we have released a dossier of facts which cannot be challenged by anyone, and we are prepared to release our part 2 of those findings we just released to the public. So if anyone thinks, because I heard a few people yesterday on the show, they claim that we are fronting for Dr. Connor. The first thing I want to say here is the Liberian people need to understand, number one, I have not met Dr. Connor before. I do not even know him like that. I've heard about him. I've seen his photo. I do not even have his contact details. Why should I pursue Madam Beslow Yanti unjustifiably? I do not know her also. We haven't met personally. She doesn't know me either. We have been pursuing fake credentialists. Are we investigating others? Yes, we are. Have we investigated others before? Yes, we have done. And the records are there, CEO. We've exposed dozens of Liberians with fake degrees. Is this not in the best interest of our country? When President Boakai appoints the right people who have proper credentials, qualifications, competence combined, will we not get the needed results we need? And if those results begin to come, will they not benefit the country and the people? Would it not benefit the country and the people? So what are we talking about? Yeah, I heard someone talking about the madam work at the level of the UN. Congratulations to her. Good experience. However, it doesn't erase the fact that she does not have the credentials. Right? Experience does not equate to academic qualification. We need to get that clear. When we talk about academic qualification, we are not talking about experience. To even talk about academic credentials are not important, then it means that we ain't going anywhere anytime soon. We ain't going anywhere anytime soon. When you say academic credentials are not important, I've heard some of her supporters, instead of defending her credentials, their new excuse is she has the experience, so academic credentials are not important. Who told you that? Who told you academic credentials are not important? Who told you that? You want to run the country on apprenticeship? You don't want to run the country on the basis of qualification, on the basis of merit? A lot of Liberians have worked so hard in that country and out of the country. They have legitimate credentials. You want to deprive them from contributing to that country? This is a cheat. And cheating is a form of fraud. Fraud goes against public probity. And when you look at the 2014 Code of Conduct, public probity is emphasized probably more than 10 times. Public probity. When people come to power, they should demonstrate probity. They should do the right thing. They should exercise rational judgment. We have faith. We have faith in our president. We believe that our president will do the right thing. That's why we elected him, and that's why we are standing along with him. And that's why we want him to do the right thing. So all we want CEO is the right thing to be done. That's why we have to expose Madam Beslo Yanti in the form and manner we did. And we'll do that to just anyone, regardless of whether we are in the government or not. We did not come to power to do the same old things. We came to power to make the difference. We came to power to do it differently. And it must be done differently after 176 years. It is unacceptable to give unjustifiable excuses why people could not earn their credentials. It is unacceptable to only rely on experience and then snub qualification. When you snub qualification, you are snubbing quality education. You are telling us education is not important. Don't go to school. Go to the garage and learn how to fix car. Don't go to the polytechnic to learn mechanics. That's what you are telling us. Don't go to school. Just get the experience. Just get the hands-on experience. It's better. It's good. That's what we should go with. We can't build the country like that. We have to build the country on equity. We have to build the country on justice. We have to build the country on accountability. We have to build the country on fairness, merit, and public property. And this is why I have absolute faith in the leadership and wisdom of President Joseph Boakai to make the difference after 176 years.
So, Martin, thank you very much. Again, thank you, guys. As Vatopa Junior, Glenn Jane Jr., thank you. Abula Mame. The rest of the guys will be joining us, but what a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful startup. Now we have got into the main juice of this program tonight. We're going to spend another hour with Martin Colley. Please, if you need to ask your question, go straight to your main event question. Then we got to move on and discuss Reverend Luther Tappet. Martin Colley, the second paragraph of what you posted today, actually it's the third paragraph. You said she hugely benefited from the fraud for 22 years, talking about her first degree. I believe the first degree you are talking about is bachelor degree. Am I correct?
Yeah, bachelor's.
Okay.
Bachelor's
so, are you confirming she has no bachelor degree?
So basically, her profile is available, right? When the madam was appointed by the Secretary General of the United Nations, I didn't provide what is on the website, the official website of the UN. I didn't provide that. I didn't provide what is on Wikipedia, even though I'm not taking Wikipedia at face value. No, I'm not taking Wikipedia at face value because there are a number of authors who do write about people on Wikipedia without their consent. We have to be very clear and definite about this. But what is on the UN website does not suggest anything that shows she has an undergraduate degree. Further investigation, because if you look on other sites, right, what you have is Madame Beslow attended CWA and Cottington University. Now, I want to say the CEO, attending a university is not an achievement in the context of having a resume or CV or whatever, right? When you attend a university, you go to pursue a specific degree program. And every program has requirements, academic requirements that you must meet. If you go to the university for 1 or 2 semesters and drop out without completing those requirements, you are not a graduate. So what has been in the public, because if you look on Facebook and even on the post I did, a lot of her supporters claim that she graduated from Cottington. Okay, yeah, it's it. You see education. So if you show this to anybody, CEO, you see Cottington, how does the person interpret this stuff? Because you're saying education, it means she got her education from College of West Africa. Did she graduate from College of West Africa? Yes. I uploaded her photo when she was in the senior class. It is on my page. The findings are there. I encourage our people to read. But did she graduate from Cottington? The answer is no. We have confirmed, and we encourage the Liberian people to go to Cottington University. It is in Swakoko, Bon County, or you can contact the other branch right around Congo Town. These institutions exist. They are in Liberia. So go and check whether she graduated. She did not graduate.
Can you, Martin? Martin, we are not many. We have a good conversation. Thank God, except others join us, and I wish you can join us. But let's do the 2-3 questions real quick and move around. Martin, can you list the name of school you attended? Because most often on Facebook and other pages, people usually do those things. For example, I attended Rutgers Camden, New Jersey. I didn't graduate. I graduated from Jersey School of Nursing, yet in New Jersey, Ewing. So I'm asking you, can you include, though you attended, I attended the Burlington County College, yet in New Jersey, criminal justice. 1 semester, I didn't graduate. Can you include that on your credential? Yes, I attended these schools. Can you do that?
So, CEO, there's a difference between curriculum vitae and resume. So, for example, when I applied to come to school here, they did ask me for my resume. And as part of that resume, they asked me to release a personal statement about my career path. So as part of that personal statement, you can also include schools you've attended, even though you did not graduate. But when we are talking about your profile, your professional profile or your CV, right? You can't say in your CV, honor education background, Cottington University, then you put honor A attended. No. So for me, let me give an example, right? If you look at my CV, I attended the Simiri Catholic High School and graduated 2008. Right. I did not drop. I met all the requirements and I did graduate. I left the Simiri Catholic High School. I went to the University of Liberia. Did I complete the program at the University of Liberia? Yes, I did. Because I completed, I graduated with a BSc, Bachelor of Science in Economics, cum laude, from the University of Liberia. So it is on my CV. I left the University of Liberia.
I just want you to please just help us for us to move, Martin. Can you include that, for example, Facebook pages, the YouTube, the LinkedIn? Everybody can say yes, graduated. You can add it, it's up to you, or you can say school attended. I agree, CV is different. I agree, but you can include schools you attended. Is that fraud to do so? Yeah, in America, people usually do. They will list the school they attended. Some places will ask you from when to when. Either you say from 2002 to present or 2002 to 2003, and other places will say, did you complete and require what kind of degree you obtain? Is there any way a problem to do so?
So say for example, when you have on your LinkedIn page, right, Cottington University, right, then you put on you didn't put a 10, right? I hope Madam Beslo Yanti can put up her LinkedIn page because it was on, it was up, it was active. Why did she shut it down? You know, so it is only on Wikipedia, right, that they edited. I provided the details of the edit. Do you know that they edited that page January 22nd? I want to be more specific with the detail. So because we are talking fights. Yeah, we have not come to the discourse to falsely accuse anyone. I have nothing against Madame Beslo. We haven't met before. She doesn't know me. I don't know her. We haven't spoken before. Not at all. So the page was edited on the 22nd January 2024 at 11:47 UTC. So I'm giving you the detail that they edited the page. So you are about to be appointed, madam. Why are you editing all these pages? You know, I'm not accusing.
I want to hold you that, Martin. We got to move on. I want to bring in my man. Martin, you want to get a juice on the
let me just step with 1 minute.
Go ahead.
I'm not accusing her when I say, why are you editing these pages, madam? Right? Probably it could be the author of the page. So I'm not directly, I just want to make that clear because I'm very careful with what I say and claims that I make because I believe in facts and empirics.
So Martin, let me before I bring in your justice Mame, and then we'll bring in Glendy Genius and as a VAR. This is what one of our reporters, somebody very, very high up there, I think they want you to know this. Maybe you can clarify. You can list school you attended without graduating. But if you post a master's degree accomplishment, it implies you have a bachelor degree. And if she didn't graduate from a Cottington University, then that's the issue. Are you in line with this person's comment, Martin?
Of course, certainly. I just told you, if you look on the official website of the UN, right, after the appointment was done, she just jumped straight to master's from an online school, which is also Booker's. Right. So
let me get this clear. Thank you for agreeing with this.
The question is very right, because for you to go to master's, there are conditions and requirements for at the pre-master level,
which is your bachelor.
Exactly. So you are not telling us about your bachelor's, madam. Where did you get bachelor's from?
So let me hold you right there. And I want to be very fair. Mommy, I beg you, give me 10 seconds, guys. Because I spoke to Madam Sarah Beslo Yanti yesterday. She was very clear. She attended Cottington, but she didn't graduate. So your question remains, was she obtained her bachelor, Martin? Am I correct? Is that your concern?
It is part of the concerns, right? Because it raises red flag, right? If I just tell you, CEO, I have a master, then you will be wondering, how can he just have a master? Because to have a master, you need to get some other qualifications.
We are getting the folks. We want to say thank you. We got Martin K. and Carly as our guests tonight for the first segment of Spoon Talk, a beautiful conversation, quiet conversation. We'll get to all the nitty-gritties. We'll get into the gist of everything. And on this show tonight, I think we will understand ourselves. Our brother Ambula Mame, please.
Justice.
Yeah,
I want you to be more specific with the discussion.
Okay.
The former secretary, assistant secretary, Madam Nyanti, is established that she did not graduate from Cottington.
Correct.
Up to this point, there is no publicly available information of where she earned a bachelor's degree or what qualification she used to obtain a master. The investigation shows university she earned a master's degree. While people are listening, I want you to point to some of the findings associated with those universities. And while you do so, I want the public to know we pose no issue with online education. Absolutely. There are credible online institutions all around the world. And there is no problem with going to online school or obtaining a degree online. But online universities and online school, we know a lot of them are bogus and only intended to sell degree. So shed light on some of those universities that Madam Nyanti got the master's degree from, when in fact up to now we don't know whether she got a bachelor's degree. Please shed light on some of those universities. What are some of the findings? Their reputation, their establishment. Shed light.
Thank you, Justice Mame. Very important question intended to provide deeper insight about our findings. The only reason we had to even go to Cottington, because a lot of her supporters challenged us that she did graduate. Even party leaders of her institution said she did graduate from Cottington. And I said, no, our investigation shows that she did not graduate. And thank God CEO has confirmed. So let's make progress based on the question Justice Mame just asked. Now, go to her profile on the UN website. I want us to deal with the UN website because it is official. She can't deny that one. Yeah, it is on the website. The press statement was written and published by and from the office of the UN Secretary General, Antonio Guterres, the former Prime Minister of Portugal. So let's make progress. Finding number 1. Now, the madam is claiming a master's in public administration from quote-unquote New Charter or something like Charter University. Does she have master's in public administration from quote-unquote online New Charter? Like Mame said, make no mistake, we are not opposed to online degrees. No. They are online degrees, very legit, from regionally accredited universities, including Ivy League schools. I am wondering why madam, who even served at that level and refused to go to an Ivy League school, because it was just a walk in the park. If she really wanted to go to an Ivy League school and had a valid first degree, a walk in the park at that level of the UN. But that's not the issue. So she said to us, she did graduate with a master's in public administration from New Charter. I want everyone to solve the internet. Let's solve the internet. We already provide all of the links, all of the pieces of evidence on our page. So you can check my page if you need exactly what I'm about to say. The first thing is, when you go to the internet, there's nothing called New Charter University. No website, no physical address, no one to contact. But the madam is claiming she graduated from New Charter University on the website of the UN. How? When? She is not even providing specifics. Every academic label has specifics. No year. She's not even providing detail. Who were her classmates? Who were her professors? Where she's talking about, she has not even seen that place, New Charter. She has not gone there. No building. It is non-existent, New Charter. So we further researched. New Charter later changed to something called, no, first it was Andrew Jackson, right? Andrew Jackson changed to New Charter. Andrew Jackson, all the facts are there. Let me go to some links. So here's the link. A report was done by the Herald Tribune exposing non-existent, bogus, and fake online school. The link is available. The CEO has it. Probably he wants to post it, right? So, for example, there is an academic police in the US. They are well recognized, very popular, an organization called Get Educated. They have been working in this area for 26 years. So what they did was they managed to have investigated 300 universities and colleges across America and placed all of them, right, under various categories. The quote-unquote Jackson, right, University, Andrew Jackson University, AGU, which later changed to New Charter University. It's honor degree mill, it's fake. The link is also there, CEO, probably you want to upload it. So Andrew Jackson University, which later changed to New Charter University, is not even recognized by the very state it is operating in. When I say operating, it claimed to have operated in because those institutions no longer exist. There is no trace of whether they even existed. They don't even have an archive of academic records to prove to us or anyone coming after us that yes, we existed. These are academic records of former students. Nothing at all. So all the links are there. We've published dozens of links with different reports, pieces of evidence.
I don't want you to go into deep because we have to get everything out of this story tonight, Martin. Once we have you, we want to benefit, that our folks should benefit. So please consider us. Mame, your second question, but can I piggyback from you a little bit, Mame? You said there's no phone number for New Chapter. Let's forget about the Andrew Jackson because Andrew Jackson sold their access and everything over to New Chapter. Am I correct?
Correct.
And Andrew Jackson came 2000. Was it 1994 or 2004?
It's 1994. New Charter later took over from Andrew Jackson. Then Botica, right?
Took over from New Chapter.
Exactly. So CEO, let me just make this point.
Which one, Becky, I want to just piggyback real quick. I don't want to take my time. Which one of the university credential you would say Madam Sarah Beslow Yanti have in her possession? Which one? Andrew Jackson, New Charter, or Botica?
So I will not produce a document here right now because the madam will certainly know the source.
Okay.
For the purpose of confidentiality. But I have her original CV. On her CV, she has Andrew Jackson University. Andrew Jackson does not, it's fake.
The reason why I asked, if she have Andrew Jackson, let me help you. I beg you, help our audience. The reason why I brought the question, I have something, maybe that's something similar you have. Andrew Jackson was the first university, 1994. All the way up to 2004, 2008, that when New Chapter came in. Am I correct?
Yeah, around there.
So I'm trying to build a story here as to the folks should understand which university credentials she have them, just to set this thing straight. But go ahead, because we want to show our audience something.
Yeah, so I'm particular about what is on the website of the United Nations, because this is what we have in our hand right now. She's refusing to publish her credential. How can you want public service? CEO, look, let's be clear here, right? I am about to be appointed by the president. I'm just assuming, but not admitting, right? and I'm about to go into public service. The people are asking me for my credentials because my credentials are being questioned. And I am telling the president, Mr. President, before anybody sees my credential, appoint me for, let me go to the Senate. There where I will defend myself. But the very president who is appointing you was employed by the people. And the people are saying they want to see what you have. All power is inherent in the people. You cannot be appointed. That's why I provided an analogy, right? An employer called me as an applicant, right? I want a driving job, CEO, right? I come and I'm telling the employer that before you see my license, for me to take this driving test or for you to send me for the driving test, I got to go for the driving test first before you see my license. But I buy and pick him back, as it is said in our local parlance. So we have to be clear about being open. President Bouaka promised an open government. An open government is the basis of transparency and accountability. We have to be clear about these basic principles. And we have to live by them because this was what we promised. So the point I'm making is, you can't tell us, say when you go to the Senate first, I read her post and I laugh. You can't be questioning my credential, right? I graduated from the University of Liberia, 2019, specifically December 11. I graduated from Erasmus University, December 20, 2023. I can upload my credentials. I'm on the website of these universities. My pictures are there. There are links. I can give you the email addresses for you to contact admission offices. So,
thank you.
So it's just simple.
Let's bring in Mame.
It took an hour to write that long thing, but she could not even upload one certificate to prove that she got first degree or to prove that she got master. This is uncalled.
I want to hold you there. Let me bring in Mame.
Joseph Bouaka to institute a vetting committee. We need to check
We're going to get that. We're going to get that at the end. Mame, you continue with your two questions. We'll go to Glendy, please.
I will now ask a question. Martin, I sent you a message. We can talk all on the show. We need to, guide the process until we can get official response from Madam Nyanti. So just be guided by that as we go through the discussion. And the point I want to send across is there is nothing personal with Madam Nyanti. Absolutely nothing. She has worked over the years. She has built for herself a reputation. That reputation of an international public servant is what few people in Liberia questioning. Like everywhere in the world, she's under obligation to address herself to these issues. At the Harvard University, best university in the world, the president of the university, after over 20 years of service, was brought down because of something similar to this around her dissertation. So what we're saying here is an opportunity for the madam to present to the public what she has. The suspicion about the credential came about. Madam Nyanti is not a poor woman. She has profile. She has a family. She's connected. How is it that she has money, she has profile at the time she even went to these schools, but could not go to good school? You got money. Those are things people use to go to school. You got money, you got profile, you connected, but you don't put premium on the type of school you go to. All the schools you associated with have checkered history of being bookers and selling degrees all around. That's what brought the question, and that's what she needs to address. So, Martin, I only say that just to present a broader overview. And as we go forward, let's be mindful we're not going into all the specific details because we know people want to hear a lot so they can be able to prepare a response. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Glendy?
So let me just, CEO, can I add to what
Go ahead before Glenda come in, please. Go ahead, Martin. Martin, go ahead, please.
His mic is muted. Oh.
Martin, are you okay? Can you hear us?
He looks frozen. CEO, yeah. Are you getting me?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead. Can you hear us? Go ahead.
Yeah. So the network is it better now?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Hello, CEO?
Yes, we are hearing you. Can you hear us? Abla, you want to call him? I tell him to just log out and log back in.
So,
are you okay now? Can we hear you? Can you hear us?
Yeah, it's better. Yeah, sure.
All right. Go ahead. You were saying something.
Yeah, so Comrade Justice Mame made a very valid point. You know, so Mame, for example, goes to that level. He has every opportunity wherever he's sitting to even attend Harvard programs online. But he decides to subject himself to some degree mills, bookers, online stuff. So if you look at even the Botica, because when you question the madam about Andrew Jackson, she jumped to New Charter. You question her about New Charter, then she jumped to Botica. Even the Botica she's talking about, or her supporters are talking about, Botica is not credible at all. It's bookers. And we provided some facts, traces, pieces of evidence. For example, let me give you one example. In our funding, CEO. Hello, CEO, you getting me?
You good, Martin? Go ahead.
You good. Justice, go ahead.
Yeah. So in our findings, I want you to go to where I talk about the address of Botica, right?
Mama, can you call him to log out and come back in? Maybe it will help.
Hello?
Yeah, can you log out and come back in?
Okay, I think it's better now. Is it okay?
We can hear you. Can you hear us?
Okay, so
log out and come back in.
CEO, when you
log out and come back in, Martin. It would be better when you do that.
So it's not better right now, correct?
We can hear you. Can you hear us, Martin?
Yeah, I'm getting you. It's clear.
Okay, go ahead.
It's better now.
Yes, go ahead.
So let's go to the findings. So the first thing is Botica, this quote-unquote Botica, is laying claim to a specific location. Those of you who are living in the United States of America, please check this specific address. 50 W Broadway, Suite 300, Salt Lake City, Utah 84101. Please check this address because this is the exact physical address that Botica University is laying claim to. Now, so what did we do, CEO? We checked the address. That address does not belong to anything called Botica University. No, it does not. And I want everyone to check it. The links are there. We provided the links. So when you go to that exact address that Botica is claiming it is located, CEO, what do you have there? You have a real estate belonging to Salt Lake City office, Broadway Media Center. And in that building, in that exact building, you have hot decks, meeting spaces, virtual offices, along with business phones and Wi-Fi or Wi-Fi that are rented. And you can rent a space there or a desk for $379 every month. The links are there, CEO. So, for example, if CEO probably wants a desk at that place, he goes there, he can rent it $379. That's how they operate the business at that place. You can call them anytime and book. There's no university at that address called Botica University that Madam Yanti claiming to have graduated, because she said the university is located at that exact address. No university is located there. No. So we have to be clear about that. Another Botica said.
Hold on 1 minute. Hold on 1 minute.
I want us to go to the findings again.
No, hold on, Martin. Let allow the audience to ask the question. I want our folks to take something home tonight, Martin. Let's take it step by step, please. Let me bring in Glendy.
Don't worry, they will take something home.
Yeah, let me bring in Glendy, Isaac, and Prince Maxwell. Glendy.
Hello, hi Martin. How are you?
Hi, Mama. How are you? And thanks for the good work.
I'm doing good. I know we followed a lot of the work you've done. I want to make 2 comments before I ask my first question. And the first question has to do with, and I haven't read, I just briefly looked at your posts that you made. I haven't read it in its entirety, but I looked at, you saw something there from Cutting the Alumni's page, correct?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. So what I want to comment is
not exactly. No.
You had for the Cotton Alumni Association,
not exactly
where she's being considered an alumna. I saw something like that on your page. I quickly went to your page to be able to see what you've posted. And on your page, I think there is a link there where it links us to Cotton Alumni Association page. Is that correct? Or did I read it wrong?
Martin is freezing. Maybe go ahead with the question or the comment.
Okay. So there's a link here for Cotton University alumni. And I want to say, just as a matter of fact, that you don't need to be a graduate to be a member of the Alumni Association, because I'm also a member of the Alumni Association, and I'm not a graduate of Cottonton, but I attended Cottonton, so I wanted to say that also. Also, there was a comment I think Mame made where he said, why would Madam Yanti have money and not go to an Ivy League school or something where a better school? I don't think that should be a premise. I think if I don't want to litigate your information that you've brought forward and the things that you've checked, but I think individuals can decide whatever school they want to, regardless of whatever they can afford. We can't assume that she has the money, and so because she has the money, she has to go to an expensive school. But suffice it to say, whatever investigation you all have done, we will see subsequently. I'm sure. I'm anticipating that Madam Yanti Sarah will respond to these findings that you've made. My question to you, and you are a part of this group, is would there be another way that you, and so many people have already gone through the scrutiny, and I don't want it to seem like I'm asking because it's now Sarah. I want to find out, is there somewhere in your process where you consider to probably reach out to the individual when you've done these findings, or is it once you find it, you go straight to Facebook?
So let me say this briefly. Anybody can decide which school you want to go to, but there are consequences. There are consequences, and that's some of the consequences Madam Yanti is going through today. So we want to be clear on that. Yes, you can get your money, you get your connection, you get your profile. You decide to go to backyard school, That's fine, but there are consequences to doing that. To your question about reaching out, when we initiated this thing, we thought to reach out to people. People thought to exploit that. The first to know, they want to blackmail me. They want to extort money from me. But everybody associated with CACC are economically independent. Not to brag about it on the show. So we decided as a team that every funding we get is public, and if you want to challenge it publicly. That's simple. There's no negotiation on that. So that's
all right. So we got Martin back. Martin, can you hear us now?
Martin, can you hear us? Problem.
Try calling him Abula. Let's see whether he will hear you through the phone. We'll keep the picture up and then talk through the phone if you don't mind, please. Martin, are you hearing us? Hello?
Yeah, I'm on. Is it better now?
Yes, it's better. It's
Let's
good.
use the phone.
Can you use the phone? Mama is calling you.
Yeah,
you can keep your picture up. Just mute yourself on your computer, and we'll go through the phone.
Okay.
Martin, can you come back on if you can, and we'll go through the phone? Hello?
I think it's a whole disruption. Even your phone is becoming difficult to get connected to.
All right. Glenn will wait when Martin returns.
Is he in Liberia?
Ask your question. We're going to also he's not in Liberia, Isaac. I believe he's not.
No, he's not.
We're going to also further. A lot of questions coming in. Prince Maxwell, can one obtain a master's degree without a bachelor degree? And those are various steps. And those are some questions we want to ask.
Yes. Hello. Some schools offer that. That's a simple answer.
Is that question to me?
No, that way I think Mamba is bringing Martin back. All right. So while we hold on with Glendy, go ahead, Prince. We're trying to connect with Martin.
Well, like Martin and Mohammed are researchers. I would say that my entire life education has been around research. So I do see what they are doing. First and foremost, caveat, let me establish a premise. In no way I delegitimize the work, the hard work, and the commendable work that Martin and the rest of my guys, or the guys that I know, are doing. Because I know some of them that are doing this job. I respect them, and I appreciate what they are doing, because they are doing something that is completely unprecedented in our history. Holding accountable the credentials of public office officials, or those who want to be a part of that. We never had that in our country before, and that is something that is absolutely needed. But let me push back a little bit on what my colleagues are talking about today. I listen to them.
Sorry, Prince. Is Martin on? Mama, is he on?
Yeah, Justice.
Justice.
We're not hearing you, Mama.
So Martin is on.
Okay, so Martin is on the line.
Yes.
Okay.
So, okay, Martin, hold on, Prince. Let's go back to Glenny. Glenny, ask your question, please.
So I think Mame is surprised. Consider the first question I asked that he already responded to it. My second question will also be in line of, in foreign parts, you see every time that people sell company to the next group, somebody can sell their shares in a university from one university to the next. I want to ask Martin, have you considered that maybe the time that Sarah graduated from that school, and comparing the number of years to when the school was sold to this other company or other university, that time frame for keeping documentation has lapsed. Did you all consider that?
So thank you, Madam. Thank you for the question. Very important. I didn't get the first comment about Cottington's website.
Okay.
Because I didn't include any Cottington website in the findings. It was a Wikipedia site. You know, anybody places stuff on Wikipedia. So I just want to make that clear. If you look at the findings, the links are there, right? And I want to make a notation. I am not saying she is not an alumna of Cottington, because alumna does not necessarily have to graduate. In as much as you attended the university and you were a student, you can be called an alumni. So let me make that clear before people misunderstand me. Yeah. So your question. Now, when a company is being transferred, there are formal agreements. Right. This is not just a company, right? But it is also an education institution. I want to put what I'm saying in quote, because we've investigated thoroughly and we have not seen any trace of the university Madam Beslo Yanti has lied claim to. But let's assume they existed. The question that links us at the moment is, what proof or what pieces of evidence do we have on their alumni? Because here's a university that was founded since 1994. According to them, you only having 3 notable alumni, including Madam Beslo Yanti. Are you serious? Only 3. So since 1994, we only 3 notable alumni. We did not base our findings on that even, right? I'm just trying to make a point. Because a lot of people have graduated according to them thousands. So out of the thousands, only 3 notable alumni you can point to on your website or on your Wikipedia page or on other blogs or sites. So it's even questionable, right? However, except you tell me, Madam, that you have any record to counter what we've already provided. But as far as our investigation is concerned, there is no evidence, there is no trace of any document that has been chronicled or archived that prove that Madam Beslo Yanti is even an alumna. In the first place, Madam, you should be asking Madam Beslo, when did she graduate? Why is she hiding the date of her graduation? Who were her classmates? Who told you when you go to an online school, you can have a classmate? But let me tell you what happened. And let me tell you the education approach or the model that is being used by most of these so-called online scams. So they use a model called correspondence-based model, right? Or a model called competency-based model. Our people are listening and we have to provide the facts. So when you use competency-based model, that's a whole different approach. That approach is not rigorous. It's flexible. It is self-paced. So Madam Glendy can decide when she comes to clients, what she does. So it's self-assessing. That model is self-assessing. As part of that model, I want to give a clear example. Madam Glendy is the student and CEO is the professor. So CEO CEO sends notes or PowerPoint slides with notes to the student, Madam Glendy, and say, okay, this week, this is what we are going to look at. This is your note. Study, and I'll ask you a few questions later on through an email. And you give me your feedback. That's how the competency-based system works. There is no formal evaluation pertinent to testing. You can't take tests. It is based on feedback. So Stanton, who is the professor, communicates with Madam Glendy, who is the student, and Madam Glendy, who is the student, feedbacks Professor Stanton with the spoon. That's how the model works. That is the kind of school, quote-unquote, online school that Madam Sarah Beslo Yanti attended. And there's no record of her even attending those schools. Those institutions, quote-unquote, don't even have websites. So except Madam Glendy, you have any other thing contrary to what we have provided as our fights, but we stand by what we have provided, and we are coming up with findings number 2.
Thank you.
Martin, let's hold you there.
Hold on 1 second.
Martin, hold on. Martin, hold on a little bit.
Martin, I know Glendy asking her question. You list 3 different universities. You list the Andrew Jackson University, New Charter, and the Bottega. Which one of these universities that is listed, Madam Sarah Beslo Yanti obtained her master's degree from?
Like I said, so there are too many conflicting accounts. So she said, because she said she has 2 masters, right? One master's is from New Charter University. It is on the website. Another master is from Western Governors University. But
okay, let me hold you there. Let me hold you there. I beg you.
Hold on, Martin. Hold on 1 minute.
Hold on, Martin. So we are now going to remove the Andrew Jackson, correct?
We are removing Andrew Jackson, which is the source of New Charter University.
Correct. No, I don't want you to go further.
We are also removing. Let me just conclude my thought on the CEO quickly, please. We are also removing New Charter University, which is a product of the source, Andrew Jackson University, and we are erasing Bottega University. Then I want to discuss the other claims she made.
No. I want no. Martin,
hold on, Martin, hold on.
You got to walk with us here. She obtained 2 masters, one from Western Governors, and one from one of these 3 universities you mentioned. You are saying get rid of the Andrew Jackson because they outsource the access everything to New Charter. Are we agreeing? Can you agree with me? We are not talking about Andrew Jackson here. She didn't attend Andrew Jackson. Just for the sake of the argument tonight, did she attend Andrew Jackson?
Stanton, before Martin come in, Martin, hold on. You will know that, Stanton, if Madam Yanti releases her, if Madam Yanti puts out her resume and show the date that she.
But come back on the show, man. Why you in the back?
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
So I was saying, if you want to know whether it is Weston or what other Andrew Jackson, we are waiting Madam Yanti to come up with the dates herself.
But that's why I said I want our audience to take something home. I beg you, Mame, you and your and our friend Martin, please. These guys got to come in, Prince and Isaac, please. I just want us to be very simple. Which one of the 3 universities should we hold Madam Sarah Beslo Yanti to? Is it the Andrew Jackson? Is it the New Charter or the Bottega? Which one she obtained her master's degree from?
So CEO, let me answer your question in 2 parts.
Yes, sir.
Now, according to her profile on the official website of the United Nations, she said New Charter University. Right. So we should hold her on New Charter.
Okay, so then thank you.
But new charter is not isolated either, because on one occasion, before new charter could come into existence, it was Andy Jackson that gave birth to this new charter.
No. I'm not going there. I'm not going there. We just want to see if we see all certificate, we see any document, we have new chapter. That's all my question.
I just told you during the course of the discussion, I said I have a document in my possession. I don't want to give the specifics, but I can just give you that on that document, she does not have new charter. She has Andrew Jackson University. So you see where we're going?
Okay. So you just answered my question. Let me bring Prince Maxwell in. Thank you, Prince.
Yeah, Steno, I start playing the thing around like Martin.
No. Prince, stop. You may understand.
Martin, I have high respect for you.
Prince,
I know have.
Hold on. Prince, hold on. Prince, I beg you. You may understand it differently. Let's give everyone the chance for their own understanding, please.
Yeah, of course. Martin, I have high respect for you. You know that. You're my friend. And I have high respect for you.
I'm getting you, Prince. Go ahead.
Yeah, great. You know, number one, you know I have high respect for you. And I have high respect for the system you guys are setting up. I cherish it. I commend it. And at any point in time, I give it my 100% support. But I have to push back a little bit because there are some scattered information here and there that we have to consolidate. Because in what we're pushing around right now, information is data as well. So now we have to consolidate the information into a data form so that everybody can properly understand it. We know fully well that based on what has been said, that Andrew Jackson became Botiga. Whatever university it was at the end of the day, it became Botiga. And that is a fact. Let's establish that fact. Now, the next claim that was made was Botiga may not be a real university. It might be a fictitious university. Meaning that if Madame Beslow attended that university, Botiga, and she has it on her profile, that would mean that she has a fictitious degree or credential. Now, that is the place I want us to start first and then take a step all the way back. We can agree that Madame Beslow graduated from high school. Can we do that? Can we agree on that?
Yeah, we can agree on that.
I'm sure we can agree on that. Great.
Yeah, we can agree on that. I even uploaded a picture.
Cardinal University is in dispute. Can we agree on that?
Correct. She didn't graduate from Cottington.
Okay, that's a dispute there. Okay, so
no,
let's
it's not dispute.
It's not. She said it. She didn't graduate from Cottington.
Okay, then it's clear now. So let's move now to the Botiga. Let me bring my own facts because
I don't want you to say it's a dispute. It's a fact.
No, that's what I'm saying. I agree now. I agree. So she's not graduated. So moving on from there now. So now let me bring in my own research based on what was being said here. I quickly did a quick research. So let me bring in my own research. Based on my own research proved, and I'll give all my research sources. It was just 5 minutes of research I had to do quickly because I have to participate in this argument, this debate. Andrew Jackson became Botiga. And Botiga, the date of Botiga is 01/07/1998. Do you have this information?
Sorry, I didn't get you.
Andrew Jackson.
I don't think that's the date for Botiga.
I'll call the database that is on. Everybody can go and see the date there. Everybody can see everything there. 01/07/1998. That's the date I have there. I'm looking at. The database that I'm looking at is from the U.S. Department of Education, called the Database of Accredited Post-Secondary Institutions and Programs, DIPIT. The Botiga ID number is 163268. The iPad number for Botiga unit is 420361. So everybody can go to, let me get a website address. You can go to the website address, ope.ed.gov. You can go there. The address you just gave, the address you just gave Martin is even here, 50W Broadway, Suite 300, Salt Lake City, Utah 84101. The website address is www.botiga.edu. It's right here. Now, who accredited Botiga? Botiga was accredited by the Distance Education Accreditation Commission. When is Botiga next review for accreditation? 06302028. That's the information I got. I'm looking directly at the website. Everybody can go there and check it out.
Okay.
So what I'm saying to you is, I'm not talking about her credential. I'm talking about the institution that was mentioned being bogus. The institution is real because it's in the U.S. Department of Education database. Let's establish that first. Yeah, I think for now I'm done. You can check it out.
Okay, so if you read our findings, exactly what you are saying, we made mention of it, talking about DEAC accreditation.
Yes.
Right? And
yes.
we also talk about all the other links you were talking about. The links are available.
Yes.
The first notation I want to make is the fact that the madam did not claim to have graduated from Botiga.
No, I want to come back because Botiga is on her. Coming. I want to establish that Botiga is not a fictitious university. Let's establish that.
Botiga, no, but if you say fictitious, then I don't know what's your
meaning it does not exist. Meaning it does not exist. Meaning it's not real. Meaning it's not part of the U.S. educational accredited institution. Let's establish that it is real. It's part of the accredited institution, Distant Learning Institute of America. Whether she graduated from there or not, that's not the point. The point is this an accredited institution, part of the Distant Learning Institute of America?
Martin, let me respond to.
I'm not talking about Madam Bexley. Let the school first. The school first.
Martin.
Yeah.
1 minute.
Botiga is Bukos and it is a degree mill. So probably you don't understand, right, the various types of accreditation in the US. So let me break it down for you. There are two major types under CHEA. You have regional accreditation and you have national accreditation. What is the DEA that you are mentioning? The DEA
I gave you DPIT. I gave you DPIT. I gave you DPIT. The telephone number is.
Now he answered.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. I didn't know you were answering.
Yeah. I started listening to you now that I agree with you, but I had to be civil and tolerant. Yeah. So
same with me.
What I'm saying is, sorry.
Same with me.
Go ahead, Justice. Go ahead.
Yeah. So what I'm saying to you is, what we are discussing is a national form of accreditation, which is more institutional. Botiga is a business. It's a company. Go and read about Botiga. Dig deeper. It's a company established by a businessman to make profit by selling degrees. So the DEAC you mentioned is a national accreditation that is not rigorous. We made reference to a number of instances in our findings. I gave you an example. Are you aware that the same degree Madam Beslo Yanti has was quote-unquote obtained by Police Chief David Hadrix, and he was caught pens down, and his degree Foundation quote-unquote Botica was described as fake and bogus. The link is available. I just told you, Prince, that if you look at the rate of nationally accredited schools in the United States of America, it just 6%. It just 6%. Nationally accredited schools, talking about Harvard University, all of these legitimate schools. Do you know why Botica will never ever have a regional accreditation? Because its reputation is blush. I also told you, go on Botica website, download all the pictures. You know what we did in this investigation? We downloaded all the pictures from Botica website. None of those pictures is from Botica. I give you an example. They took
Martin, hold on 1 minute. Martin, hold on 1 minute. I beg you, please. I just
Martin,
beg
that's the question I've asked.
Prince, wait. I beg you guys. Again, when I say that the audience takes something home, let me call Botica. And we'll skip Prince and go to Asif, who've been patiently waiting. Let me call Botica, please.
So you actually calling in now? It's 5:51. You really expect that?
Why are you calling Botica?
Well, I beg you, let it ring. I want people to hear you. While you guys were speaking, I muted myself and I called. Someone answer, I had to hang up, but let me call again. We got to establish whether Botica is an actual school. And you have your answer from this individual when they answer. Okay? The next thing is that the accreditation issue, Mame, when you talk about accreditation, they get different levels of accreditation. All right? They get different region of accreditation. Okay? But yet and still, even without accreditation, I want to look in Martin's face and ask, can one go to school and graduate with a degree here in the United States? Some schools are operating without accreditation. It doesn't mean they are bogus. We should establish that. Some schools are operating without regional. No, I beg you, Martin. I will give you the chance to speak. I beg you, Martin, please. Then be patient.
Okay.
Yeah, you will speak, Martin. You are our guest. We will respect you and protect you. Some schools are operating with regional accreditation. Some schools are operating with the United States-based accreditation. Some schools are operating with different form of accreditation. Okay? But again, I beg, let's just go back now and call Botica.
Fanti Megan say if you ratting.
When you call Botica, what they will say? They don't even have a campus.
But it's an online school. There's no campus.
I beg you guys, let's listen to what they will say.
But who told you online school does not have campus?
I beg you, Martin, can we hold on 1 minute?
Yeah, we're holding on.
Yeah.
And please stand on after that call. Let me say something so the debate can take shape.
Yes, that's what we want. I don't know what the phone going on. The number is 385-200-9292. All right? The number is 385-200-9292. That's the Botica direct number. Somebody answering, but the phone is going off. This is Salt Lake, Spanish Fork, Utah. Spanish Fork, Utah. 385-200-9292. If anyone listens to us, please place a call to them and let's hear what they say. They just answer, I don't know what's happening. All right, so let's go back to you. Yes, Martin, please.
Can you establish whether Botica is at that address you just called, please, so the public can know?
And that's exactly why I'm calling, because when I call, Martin, it will surprise you. The gentleman that answered the phone said it's an online institution and they do not have an address that you can go to visit them. So I'm not saying you are wrong. I'm saying I want us to hear from Botica on this number. I want anybody to call 385-200-9292. He cannot establish a physical address, Martin. It cannot be established.
But then they put physical address on their website. That's fraud.
Right. But on the other hand, He says it's an online institution. Now, we shouldn't waste our time with the Botica. We shouldn't waste, because I established it. I called them, and I'm not alone. One of our listeners called them likewise, and he sent the number. I found the number over here. But let's come to the issue of Madam Sarah Beslo Yanti. Let's go to, I beg you, I got to bring Isaac in. I beg you. Mommy, go ahead. Then Isaac must come in.
What is happening here is this Botica, Andrew Jackson, what the other name. Every time this university, our investigation established, every time the university was changing from one owner to another, in our life period up to today, there have been different investigation of fraud, different investigation leading to closure, different investigations. That is why it is important that Madam Yanti really can produce her credentials, so we see the date and the year to know whether that date and that year fall in any of those periods. And I think that's the reason why she's holding back. Because this Botica, before it became Botica, it was Andrew Jackson, it was some other charter. Before it left from Andrew Jackson to that charter to Botica, different things happen. Bad things happen at different point in time. We want to establish. We got reports. So we want to establish what are the times she got her degree for within those periods. Unfortunately, she can't release it. That's why we want a date.
Okay, so let's go to ask Vatowa, guys, please. I beg him, because we need to ask this question. We need to push Martin Cuddy. And Martin, thank you for being so patient. But we have to go into this issue. Again, I would not say as a VAT that she will not provide it, because when I spoke to Madam Sarah Beslo Yanti, she said she had provided those documents, her document, to the office of the president. And upon confirmation, she's waiting to provide them to the senators involved. Of course, the chair on foreign affairs is Senator Ibrahim Darius DeLong. So let's just establish that. And I'm not saying what you are saying, Martin. I think she needs to defend herself. She says she has provided it to the office of the president, and she will be in a position to provide it to those lawmakers that will be confirming her. Isaac, your question.
Yeah. What is wrong with providing us the dates for quote unquote graduations? Because she's claiming to have graduated from 3 to 4 online universities. So if you tell the public you want to serve the people, right? The people you're talking about to go and provide your credentials, they are employees of the Liberian people. There are public doubts about your credential, and you're talking about yourself to the Senate for there where I will go defend myself. Then who are you coming to serve? You coming to serve the Senate, or you coming to serve the Liberian people? Who employ the senators? Who employ the president? Who employ the vice president? Are we the people? Are we the people? They are the people. The power the president has is the people's power. That's why Article 3 is very clear of our 1986 Constitution. Article 1 is very clear of the 1986 Constitution. All power is inherent in the people. So if the madam cannot tell us she wants to serve us, then I don't know where we are going.
The year she graduated, those years are important.
Isaac, you got to come in. Isaac, these guys will not give you a chance. Come in with your 2 questions.
No, thank you. When I come in, you can see I'm interrupting, so I'm being patient to come in.
Thank you. Thank you.
I applaud these guys, for their commitment to try to uncover academic fraud. I too have been a proponent of that and have done it before for somebody who was at the highest level in our country. And basically, they had to change the whole Wikipedia page and the profile on the Executive Mansion website. So I understand from whence they come, and I'm a big advocate to vet academic qualifications as well. Though academic qualifications are not the end or be all for a professional, yes, we have to vet them. Having said that, we have to look at some of the category statements that Martin is making. It seems that he's uninformed about some of them. Yes, you can go to a university to obtain a master's. Some universities will all having a bachelor's degree. You can go to some universities and do your bachelor's and master's in a combined program. So let's understand that. Secondly, online institutions may have offices where they operate their business session from, but they don't necessarily have to have a physical campus where you go to. The primary reason for distance learning and online campuses is to lose the overhead of the brick and mortar from your expenses. And now a significant number of brick and mortar greatest schools in the world have online programs, and they are respected, highly respected. Now, the word bogus means false. And to just throw it around arbitrarily and say something bogus when it actually exists, when it has an accreditation, is wrong. Maybe you can question, Martin, you won't talk while I'm talking again? I'll let you talk.
No, Martin not talking.
Oh, I heard feedback.
No, we got to mute Martin. Martin, can you mute your audio?
No,
please?
I'm listening.
Can you mute your computer, please?
Yeah, I'm listening.
I'm not.
Martin, can you mute your computer?
It's muted. It's muted.
Thank you. Because if you mute your computer, we'll talk through the phone. But guys, let's just get off a little bit. Let's get off a little bit. We have a breaking news about new appointments in government. We have breaking news about new appointments in government. We can announce and we'll upload as per directive of the office of the president. We can announce that the new appointment as of today, the press release came in, signed by office of the president, given under the signature, we'll post it. We have 7 new appointments under the Joseph Yeman Boyka administration. One on the appointment is Madam Sarah Beslo-Yanti, Minister of Foreign Affairs. Madam Sarah Beslo-Yanti, Minister of Foreign Affairs. 2, Dr. J. Alexander Nuta, Minister of Agriculture. Dr. J. Alexander Nuta, Minister of Agriculture. 3, Mr. Amin Modal, Minister of Commerce and Industry. Mr. Amin Modal, Minister of Commerce and Industry. 4, Dr. Jaso Jala Segbe, Dr. Jaso Jala Segbe, Minister of Education. 5, Dr. Louis Poto, Minister of Health. Dr. Louis Poto, Minister of Health. 6, Dr. Double Jala, Commissioner General, Labor Revenue Authority. Dr. Double Jala, Commissioner General, Labor Revenue Authority. 7, Mr. Abraham Kromine, Director, Drugs Enforcement Agency. Mr. Abraham Kromine, Director, Drugs Enforcement Agency. We are authorized to announce this new appointment as of today with immediate effect pending confirmation from the Senate. The Office of the Republic of Liberia, the Office of the President of the Republic of Liberia is pleased to nominate the foreign person for the appointment in government pending Senate confirmation. I'm going to share this with everyone. I'm going to post this because we were told we can release this officially. Officially, we can release this. This is from the Office of the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, of course, who is headed by Minister Sylvester Grisby. 1, on the appointment. I will read this again. Madam Sarah Beslo-Yanti, Minister of Foreign Affairs. 2, Dr. J. Alexander Nuta, Minister of Agriculture. 3, Mr. Amin Modal, Minister of Commerce and Industry. 4, Dr. Jaso Jala Segbe, Minister of Education. 5, Dr. Louis Poto, Minister of Health. 6, Mr. Double Jala, Commissioner General, Labor Revenue Authority. 7, Mr. Abraham Kromine, Director, Drugs Enforcement Agency. Signed, the Office of the President, Charles A. Snyder. Guys, I want us to pivot. It is important for us to pivot and discuss this appointment to government. You have 7 appointments to government. Martin, are you still with us? You can hang on, please.
Yes, Martin is on.
Thank you. let me bring in Honorable Eugene Fagon, but will not leave you as a vibe. We do not have enough time. We got about 56 minutes left. New appointment have hit. The information is out there. I'm asking you, Isaac, if you want to pivot, I would prefer talk to us about any names in this appointment, sir.
Well, before we pivot, I just want to add, universities in America are both non-profit and for-profit. So some of the statement Martin makes is just off base. He doesn't understand some of these things, and he just make these statements like, we don't understand our system, dig a little bit more before you just make categorical statements. Okay. Now, Madam Yanti, I'm sure the vice president, and he expressed his own confidence in the vice president. With all the noise that have been behind her appointment, I'm sure he has, done his research and made the appointment, because this is a startup and making the wrong decisions can affect you. Yep. So I'll repose that confidence in the vice president until Martin, because right now, Martin, in my mind,
in the president, not in the vice president, in the president, you mean?
Sorry, in the president.
Thank you.
My apology. Mr. President, my apology. Martin and them, they got pieces. They got, different points they're making. They're trying to invalidate the authenticity of the university to make a case about Sarah. They don't have information from her. They didn't reach out to confirm, when did you graduate, when did you not graduate? Did you really graduate? So at this point, what they have put forward is their perspective and speculation. Now, we have the opportunity on the national stage and probably even the international stage, because I'm sure there are peers of Sarah and other people who will be interested in what comes out of this, okay? Because this is an international professional. So we have confirmation coming up, where you have that opportunity. Yes, when you become a public figure, you are a servant of the people. But sometimes approach matters in how somebody responds to those accusations or those questions. And
thank you, because
with this process though, and I asked it yesterday, what is the defined process? What can they show in terms of the because they said they've been hearing names and were investigating. Those other 5 that have been investigated, and these other 7 or 8 that have been appointed.
So we're going to move ahead.
Demonstrate that they actually vetted these other individuals.
I said we're going to move ahead, and I'm glad I'm Martin. I want us to talk about this new appointment in government. You can take your pick. You're entitled to your time. We want to welcome our brother Hussein Fadiga, Honorable Eugene Lamin Fagon. I'm going to post the new appointment out. It's very important. This is the trending breaking news. People were expecting 5 appointments, and I said no. Those lists that were circulating out there, they were not officially given out. So therefore, as you see the different in names and shape and other positions, we want to say to everyone, thank you for joining Spoon. The Office of the President, Joseph Yemabwaka, through the Minister of State, Sylvester Grisby, they have released new appointments as of today. As you can see, we will be sharing this on our page, and you can take a picture. Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, January 24th, 2024. Press release. The President of the Republic of Liberia is pleased to nominate the following person for appointment in government pending Senate confirmation. Madam Sarah Vestal, Minister of Foreign Affairs. 2. Dr. J. Alexander Nuta, Minister of Agriculture. 3. Mr. Amin Modal, Minister of Commerce and Industry. 4. Dr. Jasso Jala Sibi, Minister of Education. 5. Dr. Louis Poto, Minister of Health. 6. Mr. Dobo Jala, Commissioner General Liberia Revenue Authority. 7. Mr. Ibrahim Krumai, Director, Drugs Enforcement Agency. Signed, Charles A. Snyder, Office of the President. Folks, there you have it. Let's talk about this appointment. Take your piece and let's roll. Liberia want to hear you, hear where you are, your appointment out there. Martin, you want to go first? Go ahead. We gave you the time.
I quickly want to respond to our vast comment. I think it is still informed to even say that we don't understand the difference between for-profit and non-for-profit.
If you read our findings, we're very clear, Ava, that these online schools are claiming to be for profit. So how can you say we don't understand the system when I just explained to you the difference between a national accreditation and a regional accreditation and how those systems work? I also told you that the model, the approach of the education, quote unquote, that's offered at the school that Madam Sarah Beslow claimed to have acquired her credentials is correspondence based, is competency based, and I explained to you also that system. So to just yell without providing substance, I don't understand. The next thing is you're talking about Botica. You haven't seen her quote unquote CV as well, but you're questioning us, even though we are using her record on the official website of the United Nations. Which record do you want us to use?
But you have not seen her CV,
All right, so
Martin.
Martin, I think we got to focus on this appointment. Martin,
Let's go to the
again,
appointment. Martin need to go do a homework. Martin need to go do a homework.
Yeah, I hope we have time. I hope we have time, but yeah, we can go to the appointment.
I know because you're going to go ahead. I know your job is not done, Martin. You're very, very busy when it comes to this vetting. And we appreciate you on Spoon Talk. Instead of us now moving to call in Reverend Tapper, we're going to allow the Tapper conversation to go for tomorrow because we got but at least 49 minutes to go. We're going to bring in and talk about this new appointment. Martin, you can hang with us. Or again, you are always welcome, man. You are always welcome. Let's give you the respect. Do your important statement. We want to move to this appointment, sir.
Yeah, so basically, CEO, I would like to say thanks for the invite. The president has every authority to appoint who he wants to appoint. The Constitution gives him that power. However, we agreed together as a people, that we won't go back to where we come from because we know what happened. I just want to again re-emphasize to our president. I don't know whether he's listening to us, but I'm sure the message will get across. It is important that we check these people that are being recruited and appointed in government. There's nothing wrong with checking them. We could save ourselves the future embarrassment. We could save ourselves the low productivity that we experience under the Weah-led government as a result of fake degrees. So I just want to recommend to the president again, they need to establish a professional vetting team. We need to check these people, not only credential check, but also character check. Some of these people have blush character. They are coming to government again to undermine the progress and prosperity of the people. The people should be making progress. We are 176 years old CEO. Look at where we are. Our people are suffering. So if you recruit people without checking, and we should be under no illusion that the opposition will not check. The opposition will check and they will raise these issues. This is our government. There's nothing wrong with checking everybody, whether they have the proper credentials. Other Liberians have worked so hard for their credentials. It is unfortunate that people will decide to cheat. Our findings have been provided. We wait to see what Madam Beslow will say, but I'm sure what she will say won't be different from what the United Nations has said on its website. So
Thank you.
On my page, Liberians need to go and read for themselves. These online universities referenced by Madam Beslow in her quote-unquote profile are bogus and fake, and the pieces of evidence are there, CEO. So I just want to say thanks to you, thanks to your team, very powerful team. It is important for our people to remain informed because access to information is the basis for national consciousness. Thanks to Justin Mame, who is on this journey with us as well, and the entire team at the Campaigners for Academic Crimes Code. It is my hope that under the Joseph Boakai administration, the establishment of an academic crimes code will be given some attention because fake degrees, the proliferation of fake degrees is very heightened in our country. And this continues to affect the efficiency of government, the effectiveness of government, and the overall progress of the Liberian people.
So thank you very much. As I take my leave, like you have welcomed me always. If I have the time, I will come back to talk about a lot of other issues. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much, Martin. We appreciate. Thank you very much for spending some time with us tonight. Have a good evening.
Thank you, CEO. Thank you.
Thank you, Justice.
Yes. All right. Abula, if you're coming back, let's wrap this thing up. We got about 45 minutes to go. We want to announce the Office of the President. We'll read this and we want to exactly hear you. People are looking at 5 names, and I said, no, that's not the list because, once given the okay to post these things, we go ahead and post it because we would not, prematurely announce things of this important. So let me put the list up. As you can see, Ministry of State for Presidential Affairs, January 24th, 2024. Press release. The President of the Republic of Liberia is pleased to nominate the following person to appointment in government, pending Senate confirmation. Madam Sarah Beslow Yanti, Minister of Foreign Affairs. Dr. J. Alexander Nutter, Minister of Agriculture. Mr. Amin Modar, Minister of Commerce and Industry. Dr. Jaso Jada Siwe, Minister of Education. Dr. Louis Poto, Minister of Health. Mr. Dobo Jala, Minister General, Commissioner General, Liberia Revenue Authority. Mr. Abraham Kerman, Director, Drugs Enforcement Agency. We're going to go back to Madam Glendy. Madam Glendy, your take. 7 names out tonight.
I am a bit disappointed in the gender balance on this list. We've had 2 lists. I'm a woman, Eugene. I have to say it. We've had 2 lists, and the priority is not women, and that concerns me. That we have 12 people, and out of the 12, we have only 2 women. I want to caution the JMB government that where he is today, there are a lot of women leading the charge for him. We cannot say that there are more men qualified than there are women. There are women that also deserve a right to be looked at. There are women that also deserve a right to be given a chance. So I am not excited about 12 names and only 2. And for me, I am going to make it known, and I'm making it known tonight, that this is not right. Then I hope the next list that's coming, we will see some gender balance in the list that's coming. Those will be all my comments.
Okay, thank you very much. Hassan Fadiga.
Thanks for breaking me on. The list, I'm not surprised. Some of the names there, I knew of them a couple of months ago. I'm not surprised. Let's start with Amin Moda. I think the guy was born for the job. He's a Liberian entrepreneur. He's been around for some time, been in the business setting. He's an humanitarian. I sat down with him a couple of months ago. I think they were just after the election. I listened to some brilliant idea put forth by him. So I have no doubt in his ability to deliver on that front. Some of the names I do not recognize very well. I recognize, but I'm not too familiar with them. I also want to congratulate my good friend and brother Abraham Kroma. I know he would do that justice like he did to the police when he was 102. I think the president made a very good decision, wise decision. Drugs, the proliferation of drugs in Liberia, our young men and women on the street with drugs. I think this was close to the president's heart, and that's why he made that decision. So, I think he was delivered. I think that Abraham Kroma would do a very great job on that. But so I'm not very concerned. Let me go to Madam Beslow. Stender, I like Martin Colley, but I don't want to digress from the program. I just want to let it go. I have some problem with the methodology that he uses and he's very definite about things that he's very ill-informed about. There are certain criteria for identifying for legitimacy of your credential. One, if that school is recognized by the board or higher learning institute in the United States, it is accredited. Whether it's for profit or non-profit, that school is accredited. And what does it mean that it is accredited. That means you can get financial aid. You can get money, free government money to go to it. And the government will not just give you money to go, financial aid to go to that institution if they do not believe it. And the distant learning component, look, there are still people in the US or around the world like me that still believe in the traditional form of learning. Some employers still scratch their head when it comes to certain something, and all depending on the course. Look what she studied. It's not one of those technical or how they call the thing, scientific courses. It's a liberal art course, or something, and she chose it well. So for you to be definite and start using bogus and something, I think you are misleading the audience. I think you are fishing because you do not have any information. Telling the lady to bring her document to verify it. Look, dude, if you want to verify somebody's education credential, there are a few ways to do it. You can either call the school, you can either go online and get those people and verify it. But she's not in court. She's not in court to actually be definite and emphatic about information, and some of the information that are rather not true, I think is wrong. I think we do need this thing in Liberia. We do need education crime or whatever you call it. We do need it. There are people that have lied on their credential, but the method that you guys are using, I don't think it is fair to some of the accuser, and some of the information that you guys are giving is not true. A lot of information, you are ill-informed about a lot of things about the American education system. I will tell you, I've been there over 20-something years. Some of you just going there. I went through it up to, the funny thing is, I was in the a senior student when I came to the US, selling me we had to start over for some stupid reason. So I went through all the rank again from AA all the way back up again. So I know the something. So I'm begging you, this is good thing, but don't keep pushing it like this. Let us find a better way. You have been doing this thing your way for a long time. Add some more people there. Let us refine this thing, and we can do justice to our country. But as far as the nominees are concerned, look, some of us supported Ambassador Boyka because he trusts his judgment. The reason a lot of us supported him is not because we think he will be this Iron Man. We thought that he had a steady hand, and with that steady hand, he would make wise decisions. And I have no qualm with the decision that he has made so far. Some of the first name, they were not as exciting, not because of competence, but because they've been saying that everybody's saying Ellen Reed dudes, old people. We want to see some excitement. It helps some of us in the media that will be preferring the president's agenda to say good, because we also rely on popular opinion. Some of the names are just boring. It doesn't mean that they are not competent. It doesn't mean that they are not right. But for some of us that love the excitement, we need to see more excitement. So now the things are shaping up. President gave us that changed name. We want to see some new names. We want to see some shake up, and we need that excitement so that excite our base. But I'm happy with the list so far.
Thank you very much, Abula Mame.
Yeah, I will speak to the list, but I will not allow, Fatiga to just say what he said and go. You can disagree with the methodology, that's fine. It's up to you. Everybody will not agree on how we proceed. There is a full team, and Martin is the lead campaigner, publishes findings. The team includes Vendela Patricks. The team includes Dr. Saki. The team includes Jeremiah Dukwe, several other lawyers part of the team. In Liberia, in China, part of the team. So it's not a one-person show. It's open up already. If you want to join, you are welcome. This is an open invitation to join. You see how we can help to do that. The situation with Madam Nyanti, we raised legitimate concerns. The president decided that he's satisfied with her credential. He is the architect of the foreign policy of the country. He believes she's able to lead in his direction, to direct the foreign policy of the country. Whether he took into consideration the academic issue, it was not referenced in the press release. It would be an issue that he decided to ignore. But whatever the case is, that's his decision. We support his government. We support his decision, but we disagree. a meeting to the point that we'll go to the Senate, we'll see what Madam Yanti will release on her credential. We want to know, yes, the university can be accredited now, but the university has transitioned 3 different times. And all through that time, we have report of different things that happen, bad things that happen.
That doesn't legitimize her credential. You still have not.
Wait for me. So what we want to know is, at what point in time, whether the time she graduated for in one of those bad times. That's what we want to know, and hopefully the credential at the Senate will establish whether the time she graduated is one of those bad times in the history of this university when you transition from one name to the other name. On the appointment, arrest. During the campaign, the Unity Party campaign on arrest, agriculture, rule of law, rules, education, sanitation, and tourism. We are already in the administration, and we only have 3 elements of arrest. This arrest should have been the bandwagon on which the President Baka administration will advance change. We think it's taking too long to get arrest in full gear. We think it is taking too long to do that. Transportation, not transportation, but roads. We promise in 100 days that the people will not walk on, the car will not hit in the mud. Where is the Ministry of Public Works? It's taking long to do that. Tourism, which the campaign argued will be integrated, it's taking too long to announce the Minister of Information, Cultural Affairs, and Tourism. So I'm only saying that the arrest agenda we campaign on, we expected that the first set of appointment, or at least the second set of appointment, will have addressed arrest and put it in full gear. That we're taking so long to get arrest into action. No justice minister yet. Under the rule of law is a concern for me. But regarding the names on the list, I think it presents a new picture. I think it presents an opportunity for hope. We will go into the specifics as we move forward. A lot of things will come up, but for now, most of the people I see on the list, competence level, qualification level, like the Minister of Education, I just checked up her profile. Young lady. She appeared to have a very strong credential. The Minister of Agriculture, I worked with him on the cluster. I know him before. He has a strong credential. We'll be looking at the Minister of Commerce more deeply. We'll be looking at the Minister of Commerce, not only on the basis of credential and experience, but that Ministry of Commerce has been problematic. That Ministry of Commerce has not been living to its full potential. That Ministry of Commerce has been focused on issuance of IPD and inspection. That Ministry of Commerce, there is a huge sleeping giant, which is the component on industry. The industrial component of that ministry has technically been dead and not working. To transform Liberia, to jumpstart the economy, to create jobs, what is in agriculture, in other sectors, you need a robust industrial strategy. You need an effective industrial strategy to create jobs, increase tax revenue, jumpstart the economy. That ministry has been focused on the issuance of IPD, inspection, and trade. That's mostly focused on inward trade and not outward trade. The industrial component of the ministry has been dead. So we look at the candidate critically, the team that will be going there, and see what their vision is to bring industrialization into Liberia transformation. We'll also be looking at the credential. We'll also be looking at the competence level. We'll be looking at the issue of a conflict of interest. And hopefully when that candidate goes to the Senate, not on the talk show, not on radio, not on Facebook, you will have the opportunity to explain himself around conflict of interest, around business he's doing, I'm making no allegation on him. I'm only saying these are concerns that we hope we can listen to his clarification on, to give us hope that our new Minister of Commerce will not be business as usual. We hope that our new Minister of Commerce will not only focus on issuance of IPD and trade in war, but will be focused also more and most importantly on industrialization. Because it is through industrialization we can create more jobs, we can add value to commodities, raise taxes, and improve the economy.
Thank you very much, my man. Thank you very much, folks. We got 10 more minutes to go. I should remind you, we're going to go to Eugene Fagon. He just came on before we go to Prince Maxwell and Isaac. Now, the folks asking us to please put up the list again. This is the second round of appointment. As you can see, the President of the Republic of Liberia is pleased to nominate the following persons for the appointment in government pending Senate confirmation. Madam Sarah Beslo-Yanti, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. J. Alexander Nutter, Minister of Agriculture, Mr. Abin Moda, Minister of Commerce and Industry, Dr. Jasu Jada Sibit, Minister of Education, Dr. Louis Poto, Minister of Health, Mr. Doba Jala, Commissioner General, Liberia Revenue Authority, Mr. Abraham Kroman, Director, Drugs Enforcement Agency. I'm going to go to you right now. Please help us understand the new release, sir.
Thank you very much, and good evening to all of you great folks on the panel, and to all of you out there in radio and television land. Let me ask quickly, maybe somebody can help me. Is Dr. Louis Poto, is that a man?
Dr. Louis Poto is a female.
That's a woman.
Wait, I don't come on me like that.
That's
you asked a question, we answered.
I know where you're going, because I said 2. There are 3 women, but it's still 3 to 9. It's still 3 to 9. So
I see. You're trying to pick on Glendy. So let's move on there.
It's still 3 to 9.
So Glendy made a mistake. It's 3. It's not 2. They are not 2. They are 3. Sometimes Glendy forgot the Louis. Thank you, Fagon. You may proceed.
Without interruption now?
You may proceed.
Glendy, just to remind you in a practical sense, instead of using theory, is that you are on a panel right now with 6 guys.
It's still not balanced.
Thank you. And I'm trying to take you back to a country that have not, and it's improving every day. Before putting the girl child in school, it took a lot of women, including yourself, to start fighting people to put girls' children in school. Do we need to hold that debate? They were supposed to clean, unfortunately cook, and be there to have children, especially back in the days. They just recently started going to school. So we're taking time. They're coming. And again, I hope more will come. But to suggest right now that it must be some form of equality, look on the panel that you sit. You guys are coming, and we appreciate the fact that you guys are coming. And we'll be happy for more to come. But I think it's wishful thinking to think that it will be 50-50 now in this day and time. It's going to be difficult, but I hope for it to see it one day. Having said that, my second thought is, I was watching the show, and I was a little bit disappointed because exactly what I said yesterday came to full blown situation here. You discredit a school as bogus, and let me give you your credit, Prince Maxwell. You said it did not exist. You describe it as a place where you have telephone, all kind of things, decks, and radio, and that's it. And the distinguished gentleman in Prince Maxwell came out and proved beyond all reasonable doubt that the institution exists. You moved the goalpost, you said they don't have a campus. What do you think they call online learning? Huh? What do you think they call online learning? Then we move the goalpost again and say, you know what? If you go to any funny school, it's your fault. You have all the money to go to good school. I don't think it's about the school you go to. If you want to learn, you will learn. Why do I say so? We saw Harvard graduate them messed up. We faced Harvard graduate, Princeton, Yale's, whatever you want to call, we beat them flat. The fact that you got a degree or you graduated from Harvard does not make you smart. What makes you smart is your own ability to grasp what you were taught, and you learn it and perfect it. So again, I said, did you all in your audit invite Mrs. Beslow to sit and talk with you? You said no. Now you insisting that she come to you. No, it doesn't work that way. You want to know something about me? Ask me. That will balance your reportage on the subject matter. But you do all one-sided. You brought me to the public. You brushed me down with quota. You call my school bogus. Everything have come up now. Then you say it's still bogus because it's a non-for-profit. Then we say, but what's the difference? It's a school. Then you move the goalpost. Like I said yesterday, my colleagues did not do well. I want to see them do well. I'm supporting them, even if they need my little financial support. Martin is my little brother. I love him to death because he has helped my country. But never, Martin, audit somebody without giving them the opportunity to be heard. Never investigate anybody. I use two words, audit or investigate anybody, without reaching out to them. Then your investigation is one-sided. Then your audit is one-sided. If you decide to audit Mambe, when you get all your information, set Mambe in front of you and say, Mambe, these are things I have gathered. Can you address them, please? And let Mambe talk to you first. But if you don't do that and you say, Mambe is this, Mambe is that, Mambe is the other, and then Mambe come forward and say, you know what, I don't owe you anything. No, you got to talk to me. No, then you should have invited me before putting me out there. Now, as far as the appointments are concerned, I think they're all great. I don't think, the first appointment, people have one or two problems, right? This second appointment, like Mambe said, we hope this person will come and explain to us what they want to do. But again, then we have to look
live
at the process.
From Buchanan, Grand Bassa County. You are watching BCTV, television for all.
Hello, I'm Eva K. Ban. You are watching BCTV. BCTV, television for all.
That is why the people are represented by their representatives whom they choose. And that opportunity now will be given for these appointees to go before those representatives who represent the people and then clear themselves out. And the last thing I want to say, I like to advise the people surrounding the president. And I think Mambe touched on a beautiful point. And I came here specifically to do that. If you are around the president and you are listening to me, listen and listen very well. We have bragged about a 100 days deliverable. Now, as a Batuba let math business, whole day play with numbers. But Monday was the first day, Tuesday the second day, Wednesday the third day. 3 minus 100, 97, and we only got 12 officials. Can somebody tell me what's going on? Because if the president is to deliver in 100 days, and it's now after 3 days, we only got 12 appointments, then we need to be careful how we put out there that this president will deliver in 100 days. Because if every 3 days we will put out 12 or 15, then of course, with over 2,000 appointments to be made, then how are we going to tell our people that we're going to deliver in 100 days? You do the math. So I'm calling on those around the president to sit with Mr. President, His Excellency Ambassador Joseph Numa Boakai, my Uncle Joe. You will continue to call him president, but I will say Uncle Joe because I just love that name. It just brings the family and the tradition to leadership in the country, where you can look at the youngsters and see them as your children and treat them as such, correcting them, penalizing them, and making sure they do the right thing. They need to sit with Uncle Joe and tell Uncle Joe that, Uncle Joe, 3 days out of the 100, we got 97. When will we start working on the deliverable? Minister.
Live from Buchanan, Grand Bassa County, you are watching BCTV, television for all.
Hello, I'm Eva K. Ban. You are watching BCTV. BCTV, television for all.